We just locked up the door, windows was closed, so we weren't able to go outside to buy just the water. No, we just have to be like a prison, and that room became a jail for us.
I talk with my friends to run school, hide in school, don't tell anyone. Just try to be educated. Read a piece of paper at home daily, every day. Be strong, never give up. Like, this was like my inspiration every day for my friends back home.
I can't explain my skills and experience after this to any other person. I'm gonna be just home. Maybe they will take us. Maybe they will kill us.
Hello viewers, you are watching It Matters, and today I'm joined with two courageous Afghan women who are going to tell you about their story of escaping the Taliban. What was your first reaction when you discovered that Taliban had occupied Afghanistan? Where were you at that moment?
Well, when Taliban came to Afghanistan, I was in the class studying with my classmates, teachers, everything was normal. My mom called me like, you have to come home quickly. And I was like, what happened? Why? What's the reason? You never called me before in class. And she said, no, today is a different situation, so you have to come. It's because Taliban came and they took over the country. And we never imagined before when Taliban came what we have to do. Everyone was shocked and everyone's trying to running out from university. And I saw some of my friends, they are from different faculty. They were running and they couldn't find any place to go for like a safe place. They said, we need to go somewhere safe. Our home is very far from university. And I said, that's fine. My home is very close to university. You guys can come, trust me. We'll go, we'll be somewhere safe. Everything will be sorted out. So Taliban will gone. We're gonna be in the safe moment. Don't worry, come with me. I took them, we gone together to our house, and unfortunately, they never gone back.
I was not in Afghanistan when I heard Taliban took over. I escaped Afghanistan before Taliban took over. It was really hot day in Dubai. I was walking in a hot street around 2 p.m. in afternoon. So I was scrolling my Facebook page, and then I watched a news that Taliban finally took over Kabul as well. I was shocked, and I sat inside of a road in Dubai. I cry as much as I can, and I was thinking I lost like a very big deal in my life, which was my country. Like, my pain was very, very deep, and I cannot explain it still. Like, I was taught about my friend, my classmate, my families, the freedom of my country, all the things from my country that we made over for 20 years. So it was really painful for me, and I couldn't accept it. I was crying all the day, and I couldn't imagine even. It was unbelievable for me, to be honest. So then I talked with my dad, and I asked, how is my family going? So everybody was really shocked, because it was like something like nobody was waiting for this stuff, but it happened.
How was the situation when all of you were in hiding? How many girls were there?
Well, before Taliban came to Kabul, they came to the provinces, and we had our plenty of my cousins, my uncles, my aunties in provinces. Like, I called them, I said, come to Kabul. Kabul is very safe. You guys gonna be safe in our room. Don't worry. I called them, like, a couple of them came from provinces as well. They were in our house as well. I called, when Taliban came to Kabul, I took some of my friends from university as well. So we all, including myself, was 15 girls. We were hiding in a room. We just locked up the door. Windows was closed. So we weren't able to go outside to buy just the water. No, we just have to be like a prison, and that room became a jail for us. And we were in the jail, like, naturally. Like, we were living in an apartment in the building. We were in level 4, actually. and I knew that every people will see that what's going on, like a lot of girls, they coming in inside of this house. So what I did, I said, okay, instead of this to be in the middle of the hall or being in a living room, let's come to a room. We have to lock the room. Anyone come, our family will like handle it. I told my dad to tell them that there's no girls if they asked. If not, just don't worry, we're gonna hide ourselves in the room. We were inside of the room. I locked up the door and I was trying to find some way. Okay, you called your cousins, you called your friends, all of them with you. So what are you gonna do for them now? Are you gonna just be with them on the house, just locked up, cry, and that's it? No, they were crying, and I was like trying to find what's the best way that I can do for myself and see for my friends, for my cousins, and for my family. At least for one bunch of group of people, I have to do something.
Can you tell us a little bit about what life was like in Afghanistan before Taliban came to power?
Fortunately, everything was normal back there. Like people living in Australia, safe in their own country. I know there was a bit problems between enemies and our military people, but still everything was normal for our people. Like I supposed to wake up 5 o'clock, go to gym, university, then go to the shop. We had a business shop, family business. That shop was depend to us to be on there up to 12 o'clock. My brother was there till I finished my university. Then I could be there until 9 p.m. to open up the shop for everyone. Everyone most welcome. Our shop was in the center of Kabul in the city. So everything was normal. I was studying Bachelor of Business Administration. I was in the last year to finish it up, and at the moment I was working at the business as well. We have a family business, as I mentioned there. So everything was normal, and suddenly they came and destroyed everything.
Situation before Taliban took over my country was quite okay. Not in all provinces. So in Kabul and some other cities, there was enough security to do educations. Myself and my family, my sister, everybody was doing their own occupation. They were studying, like everything was really normal back home. But there was some attack around the country. There was like the situation in Afghanistan was not completely secure and fine, but it was enough. We were happy. Still, we had my country. Still, we have the pure government, we have the dictatorship, we have the democracy to speak, we have the human's right, we have the education right, we have the freedom to go somewhere, we have the freedom to walk on the street in my country. But since the Taliban took over, and I'm thinking my country is gone. It's not mine anymore. It's for someone else by default.
Can you describe the day when you learned that Taliban came to power? What was your family reaction to it? What were the things going in their mind?
The first thing that come to my mind that time was being a prison in your own home. My room was become my jail for me. Like I was thinking, I'm not gonna be able after this to go back to study, to go back for work, to go back for those opportunities that I had before. I can't explain my skills and experience after this to any other person. I'm gonna be just home. Maybe they will take us. Maybe they will kill us. What they're gonna do? We never think about those things at that time. But we just knew it that everything is done. You have no opportunity after this. No rights. Just be at home. And you can't do anything. When my mom called me at university, I was thinking, today's my last day, and I'm not going to be able to come back to university. I can't be able to study. I'm not going to be able to go to my shop. I was waiting to driver to come pick me up from university and drop me off to the shop. But what I was thinking, I couldn't see my shop in the last moments as well. Like it was very, very hard. And it was a big trauma for us that we never believed this, such a big trauma it came to us. And we had a normal life, actually. We had a very normal life. But we thought that now everything is gone. These people came, there's no right for us now, so everything will be one day banned, as now everything is banned to the Afghan girls in Afghanistan.
Farhat, how was it when you were in Dubai? What was going in your mind as you were all alone in a foreign land, in a very crucial phase in which your country was facing at that point of time?
When I was in Dubai, I was pretty sure like Taliban, they don't have this ability to take over even capital, which is Kabul. Like it was really unacceptable, unbelievable for myself. And suddenly they come, they took over, and I was shocked. And my thought and my plan was for my life, my education, like my women's right, to do something for the women's, for the children's right. So finally they came, they took over, but they took over my country, and they cannot take over my mind, my education, my knowledge, and my idea for my people and for my country.
Was there a day when the Taliban approached your house while you were in hiding? And how did you tackle that?
Yes, we had that experience as well. When we were hiding, Taliban knocked the door one day and they took my dad as well. They said, we heard about the girls, that they are here somewhere. They are in this building. Is that with you guys? So my dad says no, as I was thinking that we have to hide in a room instead of being in the hall. If they came, they couldn't recognize us, that's why. So they came, they took my dad for more than 24 hours and we weren't able to know where's my dad. I was thinking, are they killed my dad? Are they know about our situation in here? Are they punished my dad to tell us what's going on? But fortunately, they are a bit dumb, so they don't know what's the situation, how they're gonna investigate that, where's the girls, or how they could find us. They are a bit dumb, so they couldn't find us and they brought back my dad, fortunately. The big tension that they had was, are they gonna be still at home, locked up the home, they can't go outside, or the Taliban is gonna be able to come and take us from the home, or the Taliban is gonna be able to come and kill us. There's a lot of tensions was in our mind. Are they gonna come and force us to marriage? Because they said they're gonna force girls to marriage. They are like above 18, 15, 14, they have to get married, not 18, so they're not thinking about 18, they're thinking about if girls go over the 14, they have to get married.
The day you escaped Taliban, how was it? Did you escape like early in morning? How much precaution you had to take before leaving your hiding place, as there was Taliban constantly guarding or patrolling in Kabul streets?
It was early morning, yes, and at the middle of the roads, in every gate, Taliban stopped us. They knocked the window. They said, okay, where are you going? We said, so driver must say, I'm the husband, she's my wife, the others are my kids. So there's three people. They try to manage like that. Let's escape. So we gone in the separate cars. We gone in there's a one way, but we gone the separate distances. Like, let's be 10 minutes distance from each car. We hid in 3-4 cars. I guess, yeah, 3 cars. And we called those drivers that we trusted on them. And I said, we have to go near to the border. And when we had the visa, we had no tensions. We said, someone will be able to help us to cross the border as well. Then Craig Foster, Rosanna, Tamkin, they tried to help us to let's make this part happen. Now they have visa, let's make them how to cross the border. It was a bit hard and tricky for us, but we were in the close to border around a week. And then
Were you at the Pakistani border?
Yes, we were in the Pakistan border, in the Torkham border we call. So we were waiting there around 7 days in 7 different places. People shouldn't like understand who we are, why we came here, are we hiding, are we coming for travel? We said we just come for travel to see this, to see the Jalalabad. And then after that we received a border cross letter from government. We crossed the border, and the other side of the border, Australian people was waiting for us. And that moment was very, like, it was my happiness and my weakness as well. How I have to leave my own country with a lot of problems, leave my friends, leave my other half, my sister, I left everything behind, and that was my weakness, and it is with me. Like, I feel guilty when I left everything behind, but I come toward the happiness and toward the opportunities of my life that I wished to have it before.
Even before the Taliban came to power, did you still have that fear that someday they will come back, like you were prepared for it somewhere mentally?
No, we wasn't prepared for that. Like 2-3 months ago, there was a journalist. She was very, very stylish Afghani young journalist. She came to me and she interviewed me about this situation. They said, okay, imagine if Taliban came, what will happen to you? I said, I'm not gonna imagine that moment, because I know they will never come back. If they want, even they can't come. Our military will save us. We have president, we have government, everything will be normal, so they can't come and take the country. If they come, so if they try to come to our country, we're gonna fight with them and we're not gonna let them to come in. But
so you were never mentally prepared for it?
No, never, because we will say that if they could try to come to the country, they could come to the provinces, but they're not able to come to the center of Afghanistan. There's plenty of militaries, there's a government, they can't. But unfortunately, they did.
I was pretty sure like Taliban, they don't have this ability to take over even capital, which is Kabul. Like it was really unacceptable, unbelievable for myself. And suddenly they took over, and I was shocked. And my thought and my plan was for my life, my education, like my women's right, to do something for the women's, for the children's right. So finally they took over, but they took over my country, and they cannot take over my mind, my education, my knowledge, and my idea for my people and for my country.
Could you briefly tell our viewers how you came to Australia? What was the process? Who helped you?
The visa process was a bit hard on that time. How people can trust who can bring us in Australia, but they trust us. Tamkin, Hakim, Craig Foster and Rosanna. So as I mentioned before, that my auntie connected us with Tamkin Hakim, then she was trying to connect us with someone to get better in touch, and let's see how they can help us. So she connected us with Craig Foster and Rosanna, and when I spoke with Craig, they said, can you speak English? I was like, of course I can do that. I wasn't able to speak as I'm speaking now, but I could speak English as well on that moment. I spoke with Craig Foster and Rosanna, and they told me that they asked me couple of questions, and they said, if you're gonna speak up with are you going to be able to do an interview? I said, yeah, of course, I'm able to do whatever, as much as I can, to help myself, my family, and my friends that I brought them here. So there's a lot of responsibility for me now. It's not only for my safety, it's for my friends, for my family, and also if I could bring any changes toward the governments to help the other people in Afghanistan, I'm happy to do that. So they connect me with ABC International Radio with friend Kelly. So she interviewed me. I was speaking with her. She interviewed me, and I told the current situation. It was in the early morning Australia, but in Afghanistan it was 12:30 at the midnight. And I spoke with her. She raised my voice in Australian government, and then when Craig gave us they said, so your visa is approved. When I received the email from immigration, they said, you guys received an emergency visa. And I was like, couldn't imagine. And then they tried to help us how to cross the border, how to come in Australia, and how to live in Australia. They helped us in every step, and I really appreciate it. I'm always be thankful.
So I was kind of stuck in Dubai because I couldn't stay there longer, and I couldn't go back to my country. So I need to go somewhere to protect myself and follow my education and my dream. I received United States visa and Australian visa in the same time, but I accept to come Australia and choose to go through my dreams and walk through them. And I worked strongly than before, and I find this choice very briefly for myself as well. So I thought, don't worry, you can still do something. Like, this was my motivation and inspiration for myself. And too many times I talked with myself, everything will be fine one day and problems are always temporary.